Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Township Committee meeting of April 24th, 2018. Ms. Borg, please call the roll.
Commander Bichette?
Here.
Commander Delcor?
Here.
Commander Srirachi?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Thompson? Mayor McCauley?
Here.
Administrator Ferrera?
Here.
Attorney Willard?
Here.
Okay, please join me in a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be advised that in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231 of Public Laws of 1975, the notice of this meeting was made by the posting on the bulletin board here at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex and notifying the officially designated newspapers that this meeting would take place at the Hillsborough Municipal Complex at 7:30 p.m. on April 24th, 2018. First this evening is approval of minutes for the March 27th, 2018 regular minute session meeting. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? Any comments from the floor? Okay, roll call, please.
Commander Bichette?
Yes.
Commander Delcor?
Yes.
Commander Srirachi?
Yes.
Mayor McCauley?
Abstain. Reports from committee liaisons and receipt of reports, petitions, or communications. First this evening is Committeeman Burchett.
Okay, from the Finance Department, homestead benefits have been credited to the May tax payments, and revised bills were sent to both the homeowners and to the mortgage companies. If you have any questions on the amount of your credit, or you did not receive the credit, you can call the state hotline at 888-238-1233, or check the status online at www.state.nj.us/treasury/taxation. We're going to test you on that later on in the meeting. From the police department, I am sure most of you have noticed that we have a lot of construction going on recently on Route 206 bypass. Motorists should use extra caution and be prepared for traffic pattern changes and periodic lane closures. This will be a long-term project. We ask that you exercise patience in realizing that once completed, it will provide an improved commute for us all. From the Office of Emergency Management, there are various types of alerts to sign up for with the Swift Reach 911 messaging system. Check out the OEM webpage for details on how to verify your settings or how to initially sign up. From Municipal Alliance, the Hillsborough Millstone Municipal Alliance will host a free Narcan training for anyone interested on Wednesday, May 16th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. in the rear multi-purpose conference room. Registration is required, and it will be in Friday's e-news. If you are a professional or have a family member or a loved one that you're concerned about overdosing on opioids, please be prepared and come to this meeting. As a Rotary member, and just proud to announce that the Rotary Club of Hillsborough recently donated 35 trees in honor of Arbor Day to the Village Green Park. The Rotary Club of Hillsborough recently joined numerous other Rotary clubs around the world in planting trees to help raise environmental awareness and contribute to efforts to combat global climate change. With funding from the Rotary Club of Hillsborough, Central Jersey Nurseries, under the leadership of Central Jersey Nursery owner Vince Lapani, a longtime Rotarian, we planted 35 trees lining walkways in the fields at Village Green Park on Brooks Boulevard in Hillsborough. Please stop by and take a look. That is all.
Thank you. Committeeman Delcor.
Thanks, Mayor. This past Sunday, we had our 5th annual Run Around the Park, which goes from Ann Van up to Mr. C's Park at Woodfield. I'd like to thank our Rec Commission and our Rec Department for bringing together volunteers and organizing the event. We ended up having about 170 runners, including our very own Committeeman Srirachi here, participated in the run. The rest of us were just spectators. So really nice event. We had a number of sponsors that helped get the event up and running, and so was a nice day to have a run. Sunday morning was actually quite nice, so thanks to all that participated. We will be having our annual Green Living and Wellness Fair on Saturday, June the 2nd. We have that each year. We'll have some details in our e-news coming up on the day's events, as well as a poster contest, but just keep an eye out for that. From the Recreation Department, we're having our annual Memorial Day Parade and Veterans Breakfast. That'll be held on Saturday, May the 26th, beginning at 10:30 a.m. For any veterans that have not yet signed up for the breakfast, we ask you to please stop by or call the Recreation Department, our office, to register. It's one of the highlights that we have each year, having the veterans there for the breakfast, and then having them lead our parade into the Garden of Honor, where we then have our Garden of Honor ceremony after the parade. So if you haven't had a chance to attend that in past years, I hope you can come out and make it this year. It's always a very noteworthy day here in town to commemorate Memorial Day, and in particular have our Hillsborough veterans lead the commemoration ceremony. This summer, we'll once again be doing our Ann Van Summer Basketball League. Don't forget to register if you have any kids that want to play in that league. If you haven't been out to Ann Van and seen the basketball courts recently, we redid the courts about a little over a year ago, and now we've also added new benches and really nice scoreboards at each of the basketball courts. So make it a lot easier for the scorekeeping at the league. But it's really a fun league. Everyone gets to participate. It's a little bit of a run and gun, but anyone that likes to play basketball or even just get out and have a little fun on summer evenings, it's really nice to go out there for your parent and just watch your kids play at the basketball courts. So registration is open if you want to participate. And finally, our summer day camp and sports camps, registration is also available and up and running for that. Our camps are set to begin on June the 25th. That's the week after school ends. So anyone that needs some service of camp here in town, we do run them at our schools. We're happy to have you participate and call the rec department for registration.
Yeah.
That's all, Mayor. Thanks.
Thank you. Committeeman Shirachi.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple of announcements this evening. From the building department, now that the weather is getting warmer, construction season is here, and the building department just offering some recommendations, particularly to do research and choosing a contractor. It's important to know the contractor you're hiring is first licensed by the state, has knowledge of New Jersey construction code, familiar with our permitting and inspection procedures, and just has an overall good reputation, and you can definitely check that. Probably one of the better sources is the Better Business Bureau. NJ.com recently published a very insightful article giving tips on what to look for when searching for a contractor and how to choose the right one for your project. Next, from Department of Public Works, just a reminder that the town is not picking up any brush piles other than the senior curbside cleanup program. Public Works has noticed, as they've been going around doing the curbside pickup for seniors, that there is some storm debris at the edge of yards, and they had requested that I make that announcement just to make sure that there isn't any confusion. So again, the brush curbside cleanup is for seniors only. Coming on actually this Saturday, April 28th, there will be free tree seedlings available at the Townships Orton Road facility complex across the street from Orton Road School. It's part of the New Jersey Tree Recovery Campaign, which helps communities replace trees damaged or destroyed by Superstorm Sandy. The goal of this campaign is to distribute over 500,000 tree seedlings to New Jersey residents over the course of 5 years. It's a joint effort between the Township, New Jersey Forest Service, New Jersey Soil Conservation District, Sustainable Jersey, Arbor Day Foundation, BJ's Wholesale Club, Canon, and FedEx. So again, it's this Saturday, April 28th, from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Residents will be able to pick up, again, free of charge, I believe it's up to 5 seedlings? 5 seedlings. And it is available on first come, first serve, so there's no pre-registration, no permits or tickets to get. So please do come out and take advantage of that. And that's all I have this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a few things for me this evening. I wanted to say thank you to Scout Troop 60056 and other troop leaders, Gwen Duralek, Christine Gibson, and Kim Muller, for the invitation to meet with them. It's always one of my favorite things to do, and I assist them with helping them obtain their Junior Inside Government badge. So there's always a lot of fun questions, and they learn a lot about me and about government, and I certainly learn a lot about them. So it's really fun evening, so I want to say thank you to them. Also, Kitty Academy opened, and I went to their grand opening with some of our EBDC members, and David Coyce, who's our business advocate, and getting businesses open. He's a big part of that, so I wanted to say thank you to them for going there to help Kitty Academy open. It's a great facility. Congratulations, and the best of luck to them. And I was joined by Committeeman Delcor and Sirachi in the celebration day for Hillsborough Baseball League. It was finally warm enough to get out there and play some baseball, and we were honored to throw out a pitch. Each one of us threw out a pitch along with some other honored guests and sponsors to kick off the season, and we wanted to say thank you to them. It's always fun to be a part of the baseball season, and I don't know, Delcor may have had the best pitch, I'm not sure, but
I think that's definitely true.
I think he
All
really,
I can say, I did not bounce the
I think he
pitch.
had the best pitch.
I didn't bounce
I
this
bounced
year,
the
so
pitch, I
that's-
did, and I even practiced, but that's okay. Anyway, it was fun, wishing them the best season, and I'm sure we'll be out there to see a few games. As always, you can stay connected with all events and more via the Friday e-newsletter and Twitter. TV 29 and Hillsborough YouTube channels are also showcase our meetings and Hillsborough The Good Life episodes. Swift Reach 911 for traffic and emergency notifications, as Committeeman Bichette mentioned earlier. It's a good way to stay in touch with us. And that's it for me this evening. We're going to move on to our proclamations, which I think most of you are here for. So we will be starting, I believe, with the Eagle Scout Awards, and I believe, Committeeman Bichette, are you joining me?
We get a chance now to go. No, I'm not going to be there.
Shreyas Murali, a senior at Hillsborough High School and a member of Boy Scout Troop 489, has recently earned the status of Eagle Scout. The Hillsborough Township Committee recognizes the many hours that Shreyas devoted to attaining the status of Eagle Scout, working with the diligence and making sacrifices in order to achieve this highly coveted position. Shreyas' Eagle Scout project consisted of installing a buddy bench at Hillsborough Elementary School, which is designed to combat bullying by providing a place to meet new friends and accept others. Engraved in the bench is, "If you can be anything, be kind." The bench was constructed and an area was prepared by digging trenches, installing wooden beams, and filling the area with certified playground mulch. The overall project resulted in 142 hours of labor and the assistance of 14 people. Shreyas served as patrol leader, quartermaster, troop quartermaster, librarian, and Philmont Trek crew reporter. He participates in the Hillsborough High School Marching Band, Sax Quartet, Jazz Ensemble, and the Grand Staff Ensemble. He is president of the German Honor Society and a member of the National Honor Society and Chi-M Music Honor Society. Shreyas is also involved in the Hillsborough UNICEF Club and Band Council. Shreyas serves as an example to the youth of Hillsborough Township through his high-level leadership and community service, and we are very proud that he is a member of our community. The Hillsborough Township recognizes and extends our sincere congratulations for having achieved the status of Eagle Scout, an honor for both him and those who have guided him, with best wishes for a bright future. Congratulations.
Good evening, everybody. A few people I'd like to thank on this award. I'd like to thank the Township for recognizing me and my fellow Eagle Scout on this award. I would like to thank the Hillsborough Elementary School principal, who enabled me a wonderful opportunity and venue to do my Eagle Scout project. It was an honor for me to give back to the community, and I hope to do it in the future. I'd like to thank my troop, who's not here, on enabling me a bunch of wonderful opportunities to thrive, and also I'd like to thank my parents for pushing me so hard to get to this point. So thanks, everybody.
Absolutely. Would you parents first, now? Go right to center. Come on. Thank you. You got that? Okay. Okay. Rakesh? Rakesh Shantavalan, a senior at Hillsborough High School and a member of Boy Scout Troop 489, has recently earned the status of Eagle Scout. The Hillsborough Township Committee recognizes the many hours that Rakesh devoted to attaining the status of Eagle Scout, working with diligence and making sacrifices in order to achieve this highly coveted position. Rakesh's Eagle Scout project consisted of raising money to purchase, pack, and ship 300 care packages with Operation Shoebox to soldiers stationed overseas. Rakesh served as Assistant Senior Patrol Leader of Troop 489 and led his Philmont Scout Ranch expedition as crew leader. Rakesh participates in Hillsborough High School golf and track teams and is the Vice President of the Spanish Honor Society, the Treasurer of the National Honor Society. He has received several awards at Model United Nations conferences in the United States and Canada, and was awarded Volunteer of the Year in Mumbai through the organization Uplift Humanity, which seeks to educate children in impoverished areas in India. Rakesh serves as an example to the youth of Hillsborough Township. Through his high-level leadership and community service, we are very proud that he is a member of our community. The Hillsborough Township Committee recognizes and extends our sincere congratulations to Rakesh for having achieved the status of Eagle Scout, an honor for both him and those who have guided him, and best wishes for a bright future. Congratulations.
So good evening, everyone. I would like to thank Mayor McCauley and the Township Committee for supporting me tonight. And I would also like to thank a few other people. So I would like to thank, first of all, my troop mentors and my fellow troop members, such as Shreyas, who's recently had his proclamation today. They have all been very helpful to me throughout my process in attaining Eagle, as well as being just a scout in general. They've also been great role models on how I should live my life. I'd also like to thank the people at Operation Shoebox, especially Mr. Rod Hirsch. They've been very helpful in helping me carry out my Eagle project, and also they've really opened my eyes to this cause of helping soldiers who are stationed overseas. You know, they deserve all the respect that we can give them, and I think it's great that they're doing you know, things such as raising care packages and running events to raise, you know, awareness that these people are serving our country, and they deserve all the respect and love that we can give them. So I'd like to thank them. And I would also like to thank my parents. They've always been supportive to me throughout the past, I'd say 7 or 8 years that I've been in Scouts, and they have been always supporting me and pushing me to do more, to do better, and to really change the world and the community around me. So I'd really like to thank them. So.
Barbara, you're here for Parkinson's disease? There you go. Parkinson's disease is a chronic progressive neurological disease and is the second most neurodegenerative disease in the United States. Parkinson's disease is currently estimated to affect approximately 1 million people in the United States, and the prevalence will be more than double by 2040. It is the 14th leading cause of death in the United States, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Research suggests that the cause of Parkinson's disease is a combination of genetic and environmental factors, but the exact cause and progression of the disease is still unknown. There is no objective test or biomarker for Parkinson's disease, and there is no cure or drug to slow or halt the progression of this disease. Increased research, education, and community support services, such as those provided by the Parkinson's Foundation and other organizations, are needed to find more effective treatments and to provide access to quality care to those living with this disease today. The Township Committee declares April as National Parkinson's Awareness Month and urges residents to support the search for a cure and assist those individuals and family who deal with this illness on a daily basis.
And thank you to the Township Committee and Mayor McCauley. Mayor McCauley actually came out last week, to CKO Kickboxing, where I rent space for a program called Rocksteady Boxing, which is an exercise program designed specifically for people with Parkinson's. And it really addresses the issues that people with Parkinson's have with gait, with mobility, with strength and stamina. We had a really nice open house a couple weeks ago. Gloria was there. We had a lot of fun. The nice thing about the program is that it's an exercise program. It's a fitness program. It actually has research backing it that it will help slow the progression of the disease, which none of the medication out there right now can do. And as well, it's not just fitness, it's not just exercise, but it's fun. We have a lot of fun. There's a lot of camaraderie, and it's a nice supportive environment for people with Parkinson's to come to. The one thing I hear most from the people who are in my classes is that it has given them a sense of hope. So this is for my Parkies, as I affectionately call them, and for their supporters, and for my volunteers that also are at the program. Thank you very much.
National Donate Life Month. Gosh, a lot of volunteers this time. So cool. Very exciting. Come on in. I know all the tall people have to be in the back. Come short. How are you? Thanks for all the work you do. Come on in. Let's get you all. How are you? Ready? Squeeze in a little bit, maybe?
Frank, get on the table.
The camera guy might squeeze you all in. Okay, good? Realizing the urgent need for donors around the country, the National Donate Life Month observance was established in 2003 to promote a greater understanding about the life-saving benefits of donation. Established in 2012, National Donate Life Blue and Green Day represents a national effort to support and raise awareness for organ tissue donation and transplantation. The New Jersey Organ and Tissue Sharing Network is committed to addressing that need through enhanced awareness. Donors not only give the gift of life, but they often restore health and sight to the recipients of tissue and organs. People of all ages, ethnic backgrounds, and religions are affected by the need for organ transplants, and there are nearly 5,000 New Jersey residents and over 120,000 Americans awaiting life-saving and life-enhancing transplant operations. The Township Committee recognizes National Donate Life Month and National Blue and Green Day on April 13th, 2018, as a great opportunity to join the fight to save lives by giving the greatest gift. So thank you all for being here. And I wanted to know if anybody wanted to speak on behalf of you.
Thank you. Last year, Zach Roth, a student at Hillsborough High School, started the Donate Life Club to honor his brother Matt. Matthew was an organ donor. Through the gift of organ donation, Matt saved 5 lives and also gave someone the gift of sight. The Donate Life Club raises funds through T-shirt sales. We also raise funds for 5K. Each year we honor a family whose son or daughter was an organ donor, and we also collect and assemble bags for patients who are currently waiting for organs in hospitals. Although Zach and a group of us seniors are graduating this year, we know the club will continue to support and promote organ donation in the future. I would like to thank all the seniors for their hard work and dedication. And I would also like to thank the mayor and the township for this proclamation recognizing the importance of organ and tissue donation, and also Donate Life Month. So thank you.
You knew you were next, right? The theme for libraries this year in 2018 is Libraries Lead. This helps raise awareness the critical role libraries play in today's digital society. Libraries create potential and possibilities within the communities, campuses, and schools, providing a level playing field for those who seek information and access to technology. Libraries and librarians open up a world of possibilities through innovative programming for adults and children, job-seeking resources, and the power of reading. Librarians are trained, tech-savvy professionals providing technology training and access to content such as ebooks. The Hillsborough Township Committee does hereby proclaim April 8th through 14th as National Library Week and encourages all residents of Hillsborough Township to visit the library this week or any day to take advantage of the wonderful resources available at your library and see how libraries lead. So thank you for being here.
Mayor McCauley, Deputy Mayor Thompson, in absentia, Councilman Burchett, and Delcor and Sirachi, thank you very much for your support and dedication to the library and for recognizing National Library Week. The library staff and volunteers appreciate your support and dedication throughout the year. One of the things in the picture on the monitor behind us shows one of the current initiatives that we're working on now. We are working to get a library card into the hand of every student in Hillsborough. And once they get the card, we go out and we train them on how to use our e-resources. And to date, since September through mid-March, Jessica Bauer, along with her colleagues in the Hillsborough Youth Services Department, have been on 36 school visits, conducted 54 training sessions, trained 88 adults, and 1,055 students. To date, the circulation team has created over 1,000 new cards for students and teachers. In the picture from left to right is Jessica Bauer, the Youth Services Librarian at the Hillsborough Library. Katie Cutts, a 6th grade student at Aughton Road Intermediate School. She is the 1,000th student to be trained on accessing our ebook collection. And Miss Megan Kelly, 6th grade teacher at Aughton Road. Again, we'd like to thank the Township Committee and the members of the community for your willingness to partner with the library and work with us as we continue to bring our services out into the community. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to have one presentation tonight from the Credit Card Advisory, and they'll explain what that is for those of you who do not know about it.
Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? Congratulations to the Eagle Scouts again, by the way. I know how much work goes into that, so congratulations. So my name is Sean Lubitz. I'm a market manager for Affinity Federal Credit Union. Who knows about Affinity Federal Credit Union? Anybody? Good. Oh, we have a good amount of people. This is Michael Sapio, who this is Michael Sapio, who's the new branch manager of our Hillsborough location right here on 206. So we were invited here today just to give a little presentation on Affinity as well as the Hillsborough Rewards credit card. So Affinity Federal Credit Union is one of the largest credit unions in the country. We have right now over 160,000 members, almost $3 billion in assets, and 20 branches within New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut. We're a not-for-profit organization. We're owned by our membership, and we've been in Hillsborough for about 10 years. We've been administering this card for roughly 10 years as well. So the Hillsborough Rewards credit card, just to give you a background, every time the Hillsborough Rewards credit card is swiped, there's something called interchange income. That income is given to the credit union or the bank or wherever that card is administered from. What Affinity Federal Credit Union does is we donate a large portion of that interchange income to the township. The township, along with these lovely people right here who volunteer their time to administer the grants, they then open the grant process up twice a year and grants are given. I'm sure we have a decent amount of people in here that are receiving them today. Over the last 9 years that we've been doing it, I think we've given over about $80,000 back to the township. So in order for this program to grow, we really need all of you, right? We need the community. Like I said, without that card being in your pocket and without it being used, there's no money going into the township. We're doing well right now, but I really want to make sure we take off. I want to make sure anybody that wants a grant is able to receive a grant, and I want to continue to spread the word around the community that this grant process is happening, and there's the not-for-profits in the community that we can reach out to. Did you have anything to say, Marie?
No, that's fine. I just got a card up here. Everyone go and open it up. Just open up a credit card. Again, without you participating, we've got to save this card. We've got to have all the people here go and get a credit card. Youth can have it also. I think you have a program for the high school kids too, don't you?
Unfortunately, we do not. I'm sorry. You do have to be 21 to have the card. But it is a great program, and we have two things going on as well. So today, me and Michael will be outside at a table. Anybody that applies for this credit card tonight, we have $20 gift cards that we'll be giving out to you. We also have a community event being held here at the Township on May 11th from 11 to 2. Thank you. So anybody that's interested, please come out to the community event here we're having at the Township. See us if you have any questions, open up a credit card or apply for the credit card after the event tonight. And again, our branch is on 206, right next to Big Head's Restaurant and across the street from Staples. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank
Tonight, we will be giving out over $4,700 worth of grants. Again, this is for seniors and the youth of the community and not-for-profits. So the first one, the Junior Raiders. Anyone here from Junior Raiders? Hey, come on up. Affinity is presenting them with $1,575 for the pads over the goal posts. Hey, good. We'll get close and yeah, everybody knows it.
Junior Raiders would like to thank the council and the Affinity Credit Union. This is a great thing you guys have done for us for the last few years, and we look forward to doing it again. Thank you.
The next is Cub Scout Troop 1776. Here you are. Affinity is donating $675 for camping supplies.
I want to thank you, Mayor, committee members, and of course, Affinity Credit Union for the donation for our much-needed camping equipment to take the young kids out camping. So thank you very much.
The youth lacrosse. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, have lacrosse on there, okay. Sweet shirts? Affinity is donating $1,500 towards a lacrosse for new nets, I believe.
On behalf of the Hillsborough Youth Lacrosse Organization, we'd like to thank the Township, the committee, and Affinity for their generosity in building lacrosse in our community. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think we have some more campers here from Troop 89. And they're getting close to $530 for camping supplies. From Affinity again. We can squish in.
So on the behalf of Troop 89, I'd like to thank the Township and Affinity Credit Union for the grant. It'll help go a long way to get new camping supplies to get more people coming on our camping trips.
Thank you. We have one last presentation. It happens to be the high school choir. No one is here to represent them, but we are giving them a donation or a grant of $447 from Affinity.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, tonight for all the proclamation receivers and award recipients. We appreciate you all being here tonight. We'll take a short break so everyone can exit if they'd like to. Have a good evening. Thank you. Okay, great. Okay, we're back. So wanted to move on to new business. There's none at this time. So moving on to public comment on business and matters that are not on tonight's agenda. Okay, seeing none, we'll be moving on to public hearings. Public hearing on the pre-qualification regulations for potential bidders of the Phase 2B repair and restoration for the Vanderveer Harris House located in Hillsborough Township pursuant to NJSA 40A:11-25. The law requires that the township hold a public meeting to receive public comment on the pre-qualification rules for prospective historic preservation construction bidders for the Vanderveer Harris Historic Project. The project is funded by a county historic preservation grant. This represents Phase 2 of the project, and our township planner, David Maskey, is here this evening to provide a few more details on that. Mr. Maskey?
Thank you, Mayor. As the Mayor just said, we received a historic preservation grant from the county this year for $294,000 that will fund the next phase of renovations at the Vanderveer House. But before we can go out to bid, we have to establish a pre-qualified pool of bidders because of the specialized nature of the project. In order to do that, the local public contracts law requires the Township Committee to hold a public hearing to take any comments or questions on the pre-qualification requirements. Those requirements are contained in a document entitled Pre-Qualification Regulations and Questionnaire for Phase 2B, as we're referring it to, repair and restoration of the Vanderveer Harris House. It was put together by our project architect, Mills and Schnoring. It's basically a list of questions that anybody could fill out to quantify and qualify their experience with historic preservation projects such as the Vanderveer Harris House. So within 10 days after this hearing, and based on any input we get during the hearing, the proposed regulations, transcript of this hearing, will be forwarded to the Director of the Division of Local Government Services for their approval. The state has 30 days to approve the package. Once that's done, we will send the pre-qual packages to various contractors, and then with a certain deadline for them to fill out the qualifications package and send it in. If all goes according to schedule, and I'm sure it will, we should be going out to actual bid in July for the next phase of the renovations. So again, this is a hearing required by the state. We have no choice but to do a pre-qualified pool because it's part of the state grant, but in order to do that, the state requires us to have a hearing in case someone objected to a pre-qualified pool.
Okay, thank you. May I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. And any comments from the dais on this project? We're all familiar with it by now, right? Okay. Any comments from the floor? Okay. Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeeman Bichette?
Yes.
Committeeman Delacorte?
Yes.
Committeeman Sarachi?
Yes.
Mayor McCauley?
Yes. So if no further comment, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Move to close. Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? Any from the floor? Okay. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Bichette?
Yes.
Committeeman Delacorte?
Yes.
Committeeman Sarachi?
Yes.
Mayor McCauley?
Yes. Moving on to 2018-03 is an ordinance appropriating certain monies held by the Township of Hillsborough, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey for the resurfacing of Beekman Lane, Phase 1, in the amount of $540,000 in and for the Township of Hillsborough. As indicated when this ordinance was introduced, it allows for the funding of the Beekman Lane Phase 1 project in conjunction with the $508,000 received from the New Jersey DOT grant, and the remaining $32,000 is from developer contributions. May I have a motion to open public hearing on this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, is there any further discussion from the dais?
Just want to reemphasize what you had mentioned, Mayor, that even though this project's a $540,000 project, it's only $32,000 is coming from the, township's coffers, and the remaining 508 is through grants, so that was a tremendous job by our staff to earn that grant. Much appreciated.
It is. We love grants, and we'll take every penny we can get, and I know our staff works really hard to make sure we receive what we can. This is an important road to the township, obviously well-traveled, so I'm sure we're all looking forward to that in better condition in the future. Is there any other comments, please? No? Okay. Any comment from the floor? Okay. Roll call, please.
You have to close.
Oh, I'm
first.
sorry, do I have to close
Yeah.
it? Do I have to close it? Okay, I'm sorry. May I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
And adopt.
And adopt it.
Second.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commander Bichette?
Yes.
Commander Delacorte?
Yes.
Committeeman Sarachi?
Yes.
Mayor McCauley?
Yes. Introduction of new ordinances. This 2018-05 is an ordinance amending the Township Code of the Township of Hillsborough, Chapter 188, Land Use and Development, Article 5, District and Standards, Section 113.5, TC Town Center District. Further consideration of this ordinance and public hearing will be held on May 22nd, 2018. The proposed ordinance would amend the Town Center District to add single-use multifamily residential buildings to the list of permitted uses, but only when they're constructed as part of a mixed-use development. This would be accomplished through the creation of an overlay district within the TC zone and the addition of new conditional use within existing major shopping centers. Mr. Maskey is here this evening and will provide us with some more additional details.
Thank you again, Mayor. The most notable impact of this ordinance would be the addition of single-purpose multifamily buildings to the Town Center District. That's not to say that residential uses aren't already permitted in the zone. Duplexes, triplexes, and townhouse dwellings are already permitted, as are apartments, or as they're referred to in the ordinance currently, lofts. But the lofts are only permitted on the upper floors of mixed-use buildings. The proposed amendment would remove the restriction of lofts from mixed-use buildings, but they would still have to be part of a mixed-use development. So in other words, the amendment would not permit a standalone apartment project. The overall development would still have to contain a substantial amount of retail space. So it doesn't so much change the mix of uses, but rather how the uses are dispersed through the site. There are two main components to this ordinance. The first adds single-use multifamily buildings as a permitted conditional use in an existing shopping center with a minimum of 90,000 square feet of existing commercial space. The addition of residential units would in fact convert the shopping center into a mixed-use development, which is more consistent with the town center plan. The second component creates a mixed-use inclusionary overlay district on 8 adjoining lots fronting on Route 206, totaling 8.8 acres. The overlay would permit the redevelopment of this property into a planned mixed-use project with residential units above and to the rear of the commercial space. The mixed-use buildings would still be at the front of the project, fronting on 206, and would provide the required street wall to create Main Street out of current 206. In both cases, at least 1/4 of the total residential units would have to meet affordability standards. Be happy to answer any other questions.
I do not have any other questions. Anybody? Okay. Thank you, Dave. I know the planning board has heard this as well.
They will hear it,
Approved?
the official hearing on May 10th.
On May 10th? Okay. All right. Thank you. May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the floor? Okay, seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeeman Bichette?
Yes.
Committeeman Delacorte?
Yes.
Committeeman Sarachi?
Yes.
Mayor McCauley?
Yes. Moving on to considerations this evening. Consideration number 1 is a resolution authorizing the hiring of summer employee Michael Holodinsky for the Department of Parks, April 25th, 2018, funded through the Clean Communities Grant. This is the annual hiring summer help utilizing funds from this grant that we received in the DPW department. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? Any from the floor? Okay. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Bichette?
Yes.
Committeeman Delacorte?
Yes.
Committeeman Sarachi?
Yes.
Mayor McCauley?
Yes. Consideration number 2 is a resolution authorizing the lease purchase of a 2018 Chevrolet Tahoe from Day Chevrolet in an amount not to exceed $49,766.64, with lease payments through Ford Credit in the amount of $375.73 per year for 5 years through the New Jersey State Contract A89938. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais?
It's severely needed. I've seen the vehicle it's replacing.
I believe you.
All right, so, yeah, it's for our OEM department, so that they can carry out their much-needed functions. And then also, you know, they're going to be taking care of that through their OE budget, so they've got some room in there to handle this. And I also understand that we got a really great buy on this, too. So,
Okay, thank you. Any other comments? Any comments from the floor? Okay. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Burchett?
Yes.
Committeeman Alcor?
Yes.
Committeeman Sirachi?
yes.
Mayor McCauley?
Yes. Consideration number 3, a resolution ratifying and confirming the execution of a contract with VC Land for brush grinding and clearing of debris at the Auten Road site in an amount not to exceed $13,500. The debris collected over the multiple snowstorms requires grinding and removal, therefore the purpose of this. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? Any comments from the floor? Okay. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Burchett?
Yes.
Committeeman Alcor?
Yes.
Committeeman Sirachi?
Yes.
Mayor McCauley?
Yes. Moving on to the consent agenda this evening. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais on the agenda? Okay. Any comments from the floor? Okay. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Burchett?
Yes.
Committeeman Alcor?
Yes.
Committeeman Sirachi?
Yes.
Mayor McCauley?
Yes. And our claims list this evening is 2018-08. May I have a motion to approve the claims list?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? Any comments from the floor? All right. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Burchett?
Yes.
Committeeman Alcor?
Yes.
Sirachi?
Yes.
Mayor McCauley?
Yes. And this concludes our regular meeting tonight, so I thank you all for being here, and have a good evening. So closing adjournment, may I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Move to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned.
Good night.
Thank you.